Every morning, we all move forward. One step, one bus, one tired face at a time. A rhythm so familiar, it barely feels like movement at all. The world blurs past us. News flashes of war, market crashes, rising costs, endless crises. It's not just one thing anymore. It's everything. And it's all changing. Fast. Uncertainty isn't temporary anymore. It's the new constant. With it comes the weight of mental fatigue, from trying to navigate too much, for too long, with too little. But in this new world, survival isn't enough. We need to adapt. We need to perform. We need to build corporate athletes, high-performing individuals who thrive under pressure, think creatively, and recover quickly. It's time for businesses to step up, to give their people the spaces, tools, and environments they need to work at their natural best. That's where ErgoForm comes in. We're not just designing office furniture. We work with business owners, architects, and designers to provide solutions for each unique workscape. Because athletes don't wait for the world to slow down. They stay ready. They stay ahead. Black isn't empty. It waits, still, sharp, watching. Every shadow means something. Every contrast is a decision. There's no softness here, no hiding. This is where the noise dies, where silence grows louder than chaos. Black doesn't soothe, it confronts. Who are you? When it's just you and the pressure. When no one's looking. When everything depends on you holding your ground. Here, emotions rise, not gently, like a wave, fast, unfiltered, undeniable. But I don't run, I don't break, I breathe, I hold, and I sharpen. Because power isn't in the calm, it's in the control, the discipline, the edge. Black refines me. Shapes me, readies me, where success manifests.
Blue is not calm because it's unaware. It's calm because it's prepared. In the middle of pressure, deadlines, decisions, noise, blue holds still. It is the eye of the storm, quiet, measured, focused. Around it, everything moves, fast, loud, demanding. But inside there's space to breathe, to think, to choose. Blue doesn't shut out the chaos. It doesn't need to. It just doesn't let it in. In design, blue becomes that same center, a room that regulates, a tone that balances, a signal to your nervous system. You're in control. We don't need less pressure. We need more clarity in the middle of it. That's what blue gives. The stillness to perform, the rhythm to stay present, the strength to hold steady when everything else moves.
This isn't a creative space. There's no neon sign that says innovate, and no one's forcing trust falls. It's just the ochre room, warm, kind of earthy, and a little chaotic, but in a cute way. The color? It's not screaming for attention. It's vibing. Like, I have main character energy, but I'm not annoying about it. Ideas don't show up dressed in strategy decks. They walk in wearing hoodies and Crocs, asking, wait, what if? And suddenly the whole campaign shifts. Someone's always doodling in the margins. There are memes in the slide deck, and probably a plant named Greg in the corner. The ochre room isn't about hierarchy. Everyone talks. Everyone listens. Someone cries, usually in a good way. We don't call it collaboration. We just call it Thursday. Because real creativity doesn't need mood boards and titles. It needs space, and a color that feels like curiosity with a caffeine habit. Ochre is grounded, not boring, soft, but still got opinions. It makes you feel safe enough to say the wild idea out loud, and confident enough to run with it. This room doesn't force breakthroughs. It just makes it easier for them to sneak in.
This was the salmon room, not because of the fish, though someone once brought a tin of it for lunch. They were politely asked never to do that again. No, it was called the salmon room because of the walls, not quite pink, not quite orange. Exactly salmon. People liked to sit there when they needed to talk about hard things, not aggressive things, just things that required softness, nuance, maybe a little grace. No one cried in the salmon room, but some came very close, which, in a corporate environment, meant it was working. Karen said the color made her feel like she was floating in a warm bath. Gary said it made him rethink his tone in emails. He was notoriously blunt before the salmon room. Some claimed it reduced heart rate. Others said it made time go slower. No one knew for sure. But they all agreed. The room felt like a sigh. And sometimes that's exactly what you need between meetings. It didn't demand productivity. It invited it, gently, like a salmon swimming upstream with purpose, but never panicking. White gets called blank, empty, cold. But that's a misunderstanding. White is not indecision. It's precision. It's space made on purpose, for input, for insight, for signal without noise. In the white room, nothing hides. Every pixel matters. Every surface reflects something back. Mistakes show up here, clearly, because white doesn't conceal them. It reveals them, so they can be studied and corrected. This room isn't soft, it's sharp. It listens, it analyzes, it recalibrates. White gathers data, holds it still, and shows you what matters. Not the loudest idea, not the prettiest, but the most accurate. It's not here to comfort you, it's here to clarify. Because in the white room, you don't just see clearly, you think clearly.